Doesn't he want to live it up without having to deal with kids? I don't
Well,
know.
okay, so you look at that and
Be an
then you're
uncle
like,
first. Like, my goodness.
oh, the uncle. Okay, guys, welcome back to another bonus episode this week. This episode, we kind of alluded to it in our main video, is going to be about F1. We just felt like we took up most of the main video doing F1, so we're like, we'll try a new thing this week, and we will do our F1 highlights. We're recording it at the same time, but we're gonna hopefully post this before the Vegas Grand Prix, so it's a little bit, you can use it as a little bit of a preview into the weekend and learn some stuff that happened this past week. Please, before we get too far into the video, don't forget to leave a like, or a comment down below, preferably both. Turn on our post notifications and check the links in our descriptions to our other social media pages. We are posting things all the time on our other social medias. So if you want to stay up to date on our content and stuff, go ahead and follow us in the links below. And we are trying to hit 500 subscribers. We just hit 100 subscribers. So we're trying to get to 500. And by the end of the year, if we get to 500, we will do another giveaway, and we are going to do it with 5 people rather than 1. But we might jump it to 10 if we get over 500 subscribers. So,
All right, guys. So this is one of our bonus videos for the week. We will be covering a lot of F1 information. So first things first, as I did mention in our actual video posted on Monday, I will be covering the constructor standings again today. So the constructor standings, McLaren is still at 593, Ferrari is still at 557, Red Bull is still at 544, Mercedes is still at 382, and Aston Martin is at 86. So we haven't had much change since then. And then the driver standings. So Max is still in first with 393. Lando is at 331. Charles is at 307. Oscar is at 262. Carlos is at 244. George is at 192. Hamilton's at 190. Checo's at 151. Fernando is at 62. And Hulkenberg is at 31. You're welcome. So there's not really much to say about that because they haven't changed, but again, there is a race this weekend, so we'll see how that affects the driver standings and the constructor standings this next Monday. So we have the average starting positions in 2024, so I'm just going to list those real quick. Norris is at 3.4, Verstappen is at 3.5, Leclerc is at 4.9, Piastri is at 5.5, Sainz is at 6, Russell is at 6.1, Hamilton is at 8.6, Perez is at 9.1, Alonso is at 9.2, Tsunoda is at 11.1, and Hulkenberg is at 12. So now we have Pierre Gasly is said to become the first full-time driver in F1 history to not cost his team a single dollar in damages over the entire season. Not a single puncture, chassis crack, or broken wing in 2024. So Zhou is reportedly set to become Ferrari's reserve driver. Zhou is closer to Perez in the driver's standings than Perez is to Max, Lando, or Charles. This was actually a shock to me. It's not a shock, but it is a shock, you know?
it's not a good look for Checo, let's put it that way, especially with everything surrounding his contract and him getting the extension, and then what happened in Mexico, the horror show that happened for him. That was supposed to be a home race, and it just did he even finish that race? I don't even think that he did, honestly. It was just,
I don't know.
it was really bad, horrific, and honestly, I really don't want to say this, but if Red Bull signed Franco, okay. Okay, number one, I don't think that they should sign Franco. Let me put it this way. But he would be good because Checo is obviously not delivering the results. But who did I hear say this? Someone said this. I don't know who said it, but they said you gotta honor your deal with Checo. But if you want the results, you should switch Checo and Yuki. That way, Checo's not driving under all this pressure, and that way Yuki has a chance to you know, show how he does and how he handles the pressure. I feel like that's a no-brainer, but
Yeah.
if they sign Franco, they sign Franco. They're his PR nightmare this week.
Yeah. The tea. Anyways, we're not going to get deep into that. You guys can see that for yourself on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, go check those out.
So, the Monaco Grand Prix and the Indy 500 will not clash anymore since Monaco Grand Prix is moving from end of May to the first weekend in June, starting in 2026. It's nice.
Very nice.
The F1 race director stepping down will be replaced by the race director for F2 and F3. Interesting. So we have some empty grid slots will now be closed for the start of the race instead of being left open.
Yeah, so how in Brazil, Alex's slot was open, but he was unable to race. Well, now let me read it. Hold on. Let me process this. They're gonna close it, so now it won't be left open. So whoever qualified behind Alex would take Alex's spot, and so on and so forth. From what I understand.
A rookie race now being targeted for 2026. Interesting.
Yeah, so we had previously said, oh, they're working towards having a rookie race at the end of this season. And then they were like, no, psych, we're gonna postpone it to next season. Well, guess what? They pushed it back another year. So now we're not looking at having a rookie race until 2026, which is kind of unfortunate because I would have loved to see the rookie race happen this year because we could have seen Kimi, Bortoletto, a whole bunch of other Doohan, bunch of rookies race, and now we're not getting that. This would have been fun. That's all I'm trying to say. like, give them a chance. It lets them adapt too a little bit more, and
it's kind of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Then Carlos Sainz is going to be driving for Williams. I don't even want to finish that. Okay, Carlos Sainz is going to be driving for Williams at the Abu Dhabi end of season test.
Yeah, so they announced this earlier this week that he was going to be doing that, and Ferrari is going to let him go early. It's unfortunate for him because I would have preferred him to stay in red as long as he could, but that's just me.
Anyways, speaking of Williams, will Williams be able to drive in Las Vegas following rumors of budgetary confinement?
So, again, like we talked about in previous episodes, Williams is struggling with their budget right now. Yes! Jamar just scored to tie the game! Let's go!
Really?
Yes! Oh my gosh, he just grittied. He's showing his grills. Yes! Let's go! Oh my gosh. That's perfect. As we've said in previous episodes. I'm gonna slant and then cross back through double coverage. I got you, Wyman. Yes. Good job. Anyways. back to what we were talking about,
Like we were saying?
This is F1. This is not the NFL. But so we were saying in previous episodes, there have been rumors that Williams doesn't have their budget. Like they're really, really, really tight with their budget. And so they're not even sure that they can make spare parts. Well, apparently that there's rumors that they might not even be able to drive at all during the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I've seen other stuff that's like, these people are wrong, and then I see the other people saying those other people are wrong about that, and it's just a whole bunch of back and forth. But if I'm being honest, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see both Williams. And that's on Logan.
I mean, the damage they've experienced throughout, honestly, with Logan, but adding with the amount of accidents since then, I don't see it. I could really believe the budget problems that they're experiencing.
Definitely wouldn't be
Anyways,
surprising.
no. Okay, so now to our podium predictions. Em, do you want to do yours first?
Okay. So we're in Vegas, right? It's gonna be a street circuit. It's a low downforce, like Monza and Baku. So I'm gonna try and not disappoint you guys. So I am going to go, even put names on it. I won't just say McLaren, Ferrari, whatever. I'll put names on this now, okay? So I am. So starting from third, I have Lando. Oh my gosh. It's a Ferrari in two. So after a couple minutes of trying to find the information that I was trying to find, I could not find it. Just fantastic. My podium is in third, we have Lando. In second, we have Charles. And in first, we have Oscar. I kind of think this is going to be a repeat of Baku, but I feel like Oscar has learned more. Oscar's learned. Oh, okay. You good? You good?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, just give me. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And I just fair caught it. Okay, guys. While she's away again, I know that this is supposed to be F1. But if you've watched the main video, I don't know if we're keeping it in or not, but I kind of gave a little play-by-play, and now the Bengals are it's a tie game. It's in the fourth quarter now. There is 11:46 left, and the Bengals just got the ball back on their own 14, and they run the ball. Are you good? Okay. Okay, so back to what I was saying about my podiums. So I feel like it's gonna be a race like Baku where, Ferrari comes out, they look good. The thing is, I feel like Oscar, okay, honestly, I kind of just want a McLaren to win. But I feel like Oscar has the pace to do better than Charles because, well, yes, Charles did. He won in Monza, and well, Oscar overtook him in Baku on a risky move there. But I feel like it's going to come down to that again, but it's going to happen earlier on in the race. And yeah, I just feel like Oscar can win this. It will be interesting to see if Lando can, help get a 1-2. I'm not so sure based on his record with the other street races. And I mean, I guess you look at Baku and he still got a podium there, right? But then I guess I'm thinking of Monaco, where it was Carlos, and then Lando? No, Oscar? Or was Oscar in second? No, yes, because it was Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren.
Yeah.
because everyone was joking about Oscar getting adopted. But I think Oscar will, do better, and he'll learn from his stuff from Monaco. That's the one I'm thinking of, Monaco.
Well, anyways, like I was saying, my prediction is M's prediction. Just switch the McLaren drivers. I'm just hoping Lando can have a good comeback after the past couple weeks. Charles, I think he'll do great in Vegas, so we'll see what happens. Again, Oscar, like Em was saying, has great pace. So even if Oscar gets first and Lando gets third, like her prediction, I still think that's a good poll for us. So that's my 2 cents on it. I am not gonna talk a lot.
I feel like we're definitely looking at a McLaren double podium at least for this. But I could be wrong. Oscar does have the fastest lap here, so
Yeah.
I know that we're talking podium predictions here. But I just want to talk about how desperate they are for people to go. Like last year, there was a whole big thing. I remember all the marketing, even here on the East Coast, about going to the Las Vegas GP, and now there's like none. And now that I'm actually into the sport and I'm like on the insider reward thingy, thing, and I just keep getting emails about getting a percentage off tickets, and I'm like, wow, so they must really not want people going. And I know like they closed down, like they set up the stuff on the sidewalks so you can't see through and whatnot. But I know they did that last year, so I really don't see the big deal about that. But they're desperate for people to go and watch, and it's just not going to be the spectacular that it was last year. And I don't blame people for not wanting to go, because I heard it was like ridiculous last year. So yeah.
I've been hearing, like, I get mixed signals about this situation, because from one side I'm hearing everyone's going, but then I see that no one's really going, so I don't know I guess we'll see the turnout when it happens this weekend. But I keep getting emails and emails about discounts and stuff, but even with the discounts, I'm like,
yeah, it's still not worth it.
At this point, it's so short notice. Are people really good? Like, are you gonna spend that much money, get on a plane, and go down there this weekend? Or,
yeah,
like is it worth it?
Like, at this rate, I'd pretty much be paying the same price for the tickets as the plane tickets, and I'm not about to do that. Or I might even be paying more for the plane tickets, and that's just not worth it to me. So that catch me there.
So, here's a little tidbit. The championship can be clinched if Max finished ahead of Lando, or Max maintains at least a 60-point differential to Lando.
Championship complications.
I didn't know if you'd already said that.
I said that in the main video, yeah.
Okay.
It's there.
Alright, guys. I hope you liked our video. This is our first kind of F1 video by itself, so I hope you liked it. Please leave us any ideas in the comments if you have, like, what we should be doing in the midweek with F1. If you've got anything you want us to talk about in the next video for these next coming races. So please don't forget to subscribe, turn on our post notifications, leave a like if you think Max will clinch the Drivers' Championship this weekend. We are now trying to get to 500 subscribers, so please help us out there. One last thing to be on the lookout is we will be having another bonus video coming up soon, sometime this weekend, so please keep an eye out for that. And I hope you liked it. Oh, and check out our social media pages down below, so I don't forget.
And let us know in the comments if you think someone other than Lando or Max will win the Las Vegas Grand Prix, because I have a feeling it's going to be one of them.
I totally skipped that.
But it could also be Oscar.
Or Carlos. Or Charles.